On the run in Pennsylvania and now nabbed by police. The two men arrested for the murder of one-year-old Antiq Hennis in a stroller just appeared in a Wilkes-Barre courtroom. They waived extradition and are now on their way back here. This is all happening just as family and friends prepare to gather for the toddler's funeral. Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles is in Brooklyn with more. Darla?
Good evening, Sade. It is clear that these two suspects, the arrival of them is anticipated here in New York City. Police Commissioner Ray Kelly says they tracked them in 3 different states, in New York, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. Now, it's not clear how long they were in Pennsylvania, but detectives from the 73rd Precincts are there, and they're eager to get them back here as soon as tonight. Police say 23-year-old Daquan Breland is the trigger man in the cold-blooded murder of 1-year-old Antiq Hennis. They say 19-year-old Daquan Wright was also part of the Sunday evening shooting in Brownsville.
At least one eyewitness to the tragic shooting on Sunday has identified Daquan Breland as the shooter and told police that Daquan Wright handed the gun to Breland, who then pulled the trigger.
Breland and Wright were taken into custody by a team of NYPD detectives and U.S. Marshals around 6:30 Friday morning at the Sherman Hill Public Housing Complex in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. This is after the NYPD got a tip and then rushed there in the middle of the night.
At approximately 6 a.m. this morning, they located the sister of Daquan Wright, who is also the girlfriend of Daquan Breland, at her residence in the Wilkes-Barre Public Housing Complex.
But Kelly says after showing the suspects pictures around, the two were arrested in a different apartment.
Investigators breached the door to gain entry. In the rear bedroom, they found Daquan Breland on the floor and Daquan Wright laying on the bed. Both men were face down.
The funeral for Hennis began today at 4 o'clock in the City Line section of Brooklyn. Police say the toddler was in a stroller being pushed by his father when he was murdered. His father, the only one police say, still isn't cooperating with the investigation.
This is really a plea to the dad. As a father, as we all stand here as fathers, to say to him, look, we need to put the end to this senseless violence. We need his help. We need you to step up and say that you know who this shooter is.
Police say both suspects have a lengthy criminal history. They also say they have not recovered the weapon, but from the ballistics, they can connect that gun that killed Antiq Hennis to other crimes. The funeral for Hennis started about an hour ago, and we'll have more on that coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 6. Reporting live in Brownsville, Darla Miles, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.